Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today, we'll be going through the step-by-step process of installing the Ruvati RVF1210ST pull-down industrial design kitchen faucet. It's a fantastic faucet with some great features, and I'm excited to show you how to install it. So let's get started. Kitchen sink faucet, and I'm going to show you the step-by-step process for how to do that right now. Now I happen to have a really deep sink, and with the deep sink, it makes it even harder to reach back behind here to work in there, so there's a couple things that we're going to do before we put this faucet down into the hole. We're going to go ahead and thread our faucet tubes in right away before we slide it down in. They're not too wide, so this shouldn't cause any problems, so we don't have to be reaching up in the back and doing that on the one that is hot. I'm going to go ahead and put just right an H on the bottom. This is the part that connects onto the faucet or the shut-off, but if I mark it with an H right here, then I know that this one's a hot. I'll put a C on the cold as well, just so that it's easy for me to see which line is which. Now we're gonna thread these into place, but I'm gonna get these gaskets just a tiny bit wet. I'm just gonna dip them in water, and that will help them to slide up into here better without damaging the O-ring. So I'll go ahead and get this started here. There's a lot in here. In a tight area, I'm just going to bend this one out of the way a little bit temporarily. These ones are pretty much meant to just be hand tight. And now I will also thread the cold one in. There we go. Now I'd love to put this one on as well. This is the one that goes up to the thread the cold one in. There we go. Actual head of the faucet. But that would cause me to not be able. There we go. To slip on my gasket, because this gasket's got to go up onto this after the faucet is dropped into place. But actually I was just looking, and it looks like I might be able to fold this in half enough to be able to slide the gasket over it, and the metal washer which goes on after it can just slide over all these hoses because it's got this notch in it. So we're going to go ahead and thread this on here as well, right onto this fitting here, and we got to take the included gasket off here, and that goes on the end of this, but we're going to put this up into the fitting right here and get that all the way back in there, so we know for sure that when we thread it in there, it will be nicely seated. And now we're ready to put this onto here. And now I'm going to just snug this up a little bit. I got this finger tight right here onto here, but I'm going to just grip it right here and rotate it a little bit more. I'm not onto here putting much pressure on this at all. You want to let the gasket do the work onto here, so you don't need to get it really tight, just enough so that it's onto here compressed, and they're pretty good. There we have all of our lines attached to the faucet, so now we're going to drop it through the hole right there. All right, 2 fold lines going first, and here comes the hose. This part might be a little bit interesting, but it worked actually pretty fine. Didn't put too much pressure on that when we kink it together. Now this doesn't need anything up here. This is actually got a rubber O-ring in it right there that will set right up against the countertop. So there, we've got it set in place. Now we can go down below. Try to get the camera in here where you can kind of see what's going on. All right, so we have our gasket that goes on first, so slide that through the water lines, and then pinch this together here and push it over that, and then we'll take our washer can go on here in a second. I'm going to go ahead and put this on. This is the actual deal that threads up onto it like so, and then I'm going to crawl in here and see how that goes. It's the best part of the whole deal. You still see a help. Okay. This is a 30-inch cabinet base, and it's technically like a 36-inch sink. I can't bring the washer on now, and pushing all this up. I'll get you a better view here in a minute or two. I'll show you what it looks like right now. So that's what we're looking at. We will get it up there. Just going to work with it a couple more minutes. Okay, I got this all the way hand tightened up here, and now we're going to go up top and make sure that the faucet is facing the right way and that everything is centered like we want to be. So that's kind of what it looks like. All right, so I got this a straight note. Up here, we're going to go back down below and tighten that as much as we can by hand, and then we'll see how sturdy it is. I think we can get it tight enough by hand. You just want this to be stable up here, and that's pretty much all you need. To all the tighter you need to get that nut down below. All right, we're almost ready to hook up our water lines now, but actually before that we're going to take our weight for the pull out down, and I want to put it on the piece of vertical that is lowest down. So now I'm pulling down and it's fully seated, so we're going to put that weight right about there, and that'll give us the best possible results using the pull down. So right about there, and just to halves, and 2 Phillips screws taken. Get one side tightened down, and then the other side just grips onto the hose and provides the counterweight. There we go. And we'll give it a test up top. You can pull it down to about there, and then back up again. It seats really nicely in there. Now you want to take and flush out your water lines before you attach them. So I already did this. Taking a faucet tube, put it on each one of these, and then run some water into a bucket before you hook up your lines. But now we should be ready to hook these up. We've got our hot right here. And these just standard compression fittings go onto your angle stops, and they have gaskets in them, so no Teflon tape or anything needed here. And we'll get them snugged up. Once they're finger tight, I'm going to take a wrench and give them just a little bit of an extra turn, just to compress that gasket a little bit more. There we go. And we will go ahead and make sure that our faucet is turned off up top, which it is. And then we can turn on our water lines. There's cold and hot. Now we'll do an inspection to make sure we don't have any leaks, and assuming that we don't, that's it, you've completed the installation. We'll run some water out of it here into a bucket because I don't have my drain lines hooked up yet. Put it on the cold first. There it is. I'll set this bucket down in the sink so it's less distracting. Now the hot side. Looks good. Now you can change to the mode of flow. You twist this head here. There it is. So thanks so much for watching. If this video helped you out, please rate it up. So thanks so much for watching. If this video helped you out, please rate it up. And subscribe down below for more helpful videos. That's it, folks. You've successfully installed the Ruvati RVF1210ST pull-down industrial design kitchen faucet. It's now ready to enhance the functionality and style of your kitchen. I hope this video has been helpful for you. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more informative videos. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.